The seventh messenger poured out his bowl upon the air, and there came forth a great voice out of the temple from the throne, saying, "It hath become." And there were lightnings, and voices, and thunders, and there was a great earthquake, such as was not since there were men upon the earth, so great an earthquake, so mighty. And the great big city was divided into 3 parts, and the cities of the nations fell, and Babel the Great was remembered in the sight of the God, to give to her the cup of the wine of the fierceness of his wrath. And every island fled away, and the mountains were not found. And great hail, every stone about the weight of a talanton, cometh down out of the sky upon men, and men blasphemed the God because of the plague of the hail, for the plague thereof is exceeding great. Revelation chapter 17. And there came one of the 7 messengers that had the 7 bowls, and spoke with me, saying, "Come hither, and I will show thee the judgment of the great harlot that sitteth upon many waters, with whom the kings of the earth committed sexual sin, and they that dwell in the earth were made drunken with the wine of her sexual sin." And he carried me away in the spirit into a wilderness, and I saw a woman sitting upon a scarlet-colored beast, full of names of blasphemy, having 7 heads and 10 horns. And the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet, and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, having in her hand a golden cup full of abominations, even the unclean things of her sexual sin, and upon her forehead a name written, a mystery, Babel the Great, the mother of the harlots and of the abominations of the earth. And I saw the woman drunken with the blood of the holy ones, and with the blood of the martyrs of Yeshua. And when I saw her, I wondered with a great wonder. And the messenger said to me, "For what reason didst thou wonder? I will tell thee the mystery of the woman, and of the beast that carrieth her, which hath the 7 heads and the 10 horns. The beast that thou sawest was, and is not, and is about to come up out of the abyss, and to go into ruination. And they that dwell on the earth shall wonder, they whose name hath not since the foundation of the world been written in the book of the life, when they behold the beast, how that he was, and is not, and shall come." Here is the mind that hath wisdom. The 7 heads are 7 mountains on which the woman sitteth, and they are 7 kings. The 5 are fallen, the one is, the other is not yet come. And when he cometh, he must continue a little while. And the beast that was, and is not, is himself also an 8th, and is of the 7, and he goeth into ruination. And the 10 horns that thou sawest are 10 kings, who have received no kingdom as yet, but they receive authority as kings with the beast for 1 hour. These have one mind, and they give their power and authority to the beast. These shall war against the Lamb, and the Lamb shall overcome them. For he is a Lord of lords and a King of kings. And they also shall overcome that are with him, called and chosen and faithful. And he saith to me, The waters which thou sawest, where the harlot sitteth, are peoples and multitudes and nations and tongues. And the 10 horns which thou sawest, and the beast, these shall hate the harlot, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh, and shall burn her utterly with fire. For the God did put in their hearts to do his mind, and to come to one mind, and to give their kingdom to the beast, until the words of the God shall be accomplished. And the woman whom thou sawest is the great big city, which reigneth over the kings of the earth. After these things I saw another messenger coming down out of the sky, having great authority, and the earth was lit up with his glory. And he cried with a mighty voice, saying, Fallen, fallen is Babel the Great, and is become a habitation of demons, and a hold of every unclean spirit, and a hold of every unclean bird, and a hold of every unclean and detested beast. For by the wine of the wrath of her sexual sin, all the nations are fallen, and the kings of the earth committed sexual sin with her, and the merchants of the earth became rich by the power of her wantonness. And I heard another voice from the sky saying, Come ye out, my people, out of her, that ye not co-partner in her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues. For her sins have reached even to the sky, and the God hath remembered her iniquities.